Hey everybody, here's a quick reenacting tutorial I've been wanting to film and put up. A lot of people have been having issues with not just the jack boots, but some of the reproduction low boots. That's actually where this whole area here, it'll separate from the rest of the boot. And this is an at the front low boot, their newer run. And I've had these for a year, and they lasted a year before this issue occurred. Now, if you pre-treat your boots before you wear them, a lot of people were having issues with them falling apart. I believe that was mainly because they were grabbing them out of the box and taking them straight out to the field. Nah, you can't do that. You're going to have to treat them with some sort of moisture resistance or mink oil or something like that. With these, I hit them with mink oil, a little bit of neutral wax, and they held up pretty good for about a year before this issue occurred. And I probably could have avoided it if I kept up maintenance on them, but hey. So, as I said, the boots will at some point separate right in here. This whole flap will come off. And this happens with the Sturm boots also. I had an old pair of Sturm boots, which are actually right here. And they did the same thing. And as you can see, they're designed a little differently, but you can see here, they separated. Now, you can fix this problem, temporarily, at least, but it seems to hold up very well. And it's the fix can all be bought at everyone's favorite reenacting shop. I know it's very expensive, so look out. But Walmart, oh my god, right? Go out and get yourself some of this. Shoe goo. Available at your nearest Walmart in the shoe area. They have like a area with the polish and all that stuff. It should be in here. This is shoe goo, and it's pretty much a it's like it's an adhesive, and this seems to be working really well. Now, this was found out by another reenactor in our unit who did it, and his belief was that these companies are kind of cut corners, and they're using water-soluble glue that's not being very resistant to moisture. I tend to agree with that. This damage seems to happen after events where it's either has rained or in the early morning when you got a bunch of dew on the ground. So what you want to do is either take a like a popsicle stick, or I usually use a toothpick. Make sure underneath here is clean, and because you don't want to be trying to glue dirt together. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just make sure it's clear. So once you get that done, apply it in there, smooth it out, push it together, make sure your edges are sealed so moisture doesn't get back inside there. And then buy a couple clamps while you're at Walmart. Again, boom, you can buy those. Clamp them together, leave them sit for a night or two. And it has been holding out. Like I said, my Sturm boots, which I've had for several years now, they they kind of separated there, but they've held out very well. It's just I like these a little bit better, so I've been using these. So this is how I do it. It may be different depending on what type of boots you have. I know some people are going to be like, oh, I'll go spend the big money and get the really good boots. That's great. I honestly, myself, I don't prefer to spend $400 to have some guy in Great Britain spend 2 months making me boots. That's just my choice. Obviously, you get what you pay for with this kind of stuff, but if you go with the new run ATF boots or their Sturm boots, pre-treat them when this issue starts arising. If you catch it early enough, you can usually do pretty well on that. This other boot I have, it actually peeled to about here. But it's a temporary fix at least. It may or may not work for you. Like I said, it depends on the damage, and it depends on the type of boot, I'm sure. But for the most part, this is the second brand I've done. we'll see how this holds out. This is the first time I've had to do this. And maybe I'll have an update on it if something else happens with them or if they hold out. We'll see what happens at D-Day next week, because we're going to be getting a lot of use. So there's something just quick, like I said, Walmart. Get some clamps, get the shoe goo, good to go.